Hey, loves. How are you? How was your week? How was your child's week? How did you respond to that? Um, it's your weekly forecast coming up for, and I don't have a calendar in front of me, but the 13th to, I guess, the 20th will be the next cycle. It amazes me because I never know what the week is going to be like. And last week, I almost felt like, did I just manifest this? Did I just make this happen? Or was the spirit telling me that this is what my week was going to be like? Because sometimes, I kid you not, and I'd like to say like almost every time I pull cards, it's almost, it's predictive. It's like, wow, that's the week that I have. So, I'm just grateful that I have a connection with spirit, that I am interpreting things as they should, and that's what comes out. I like to encourage you to apply this to yourself as a sun sign, as you are someone's child. I do that for myself, especially when it comes to this, because I am a child of somebody. And I want to know, what is my child? What kind of week are they going to have? What kind of week am I going to have? And for the fire sign, mine was spot on. And that, it was a heavy week for me. Let me tell you that. So, just moving forward, I just want to encourage you as a spirit being. We live in this realm that we can see with these eyes, but there is something beyond that. So I want to encourage you with a question of, how are you choosing to manifest more of the universe in your lifetime? As spirit, how are you desiring to bring more of heaven, of the universe, of the supernatural into earth, into this existence? How much of that are you desiring to manifest? It's there for everyone. And I've learned so much in this week. And so I look forward to what's to come for us, so that we may be better co-creators with spirit and procreators, but how we can help our children, be facilitators to how our children can manifest more of spirit in their lives. So let's get into it. This is your element forecast, where you always do in this order: earth, fire, water, and air. Starting with earth, that's our cardinal Capricorn, our fixed Taurus, and our mutable Virgos. So we have purple, and they may have had this card before. This is good. Asking some questions. Yay, and they may have had that card before too. Okay. Nice. So I'm not sure if they had this card last week, but they have the purple card of developing mental clarity. Obviously, whatever happened last week, they are clear-headed. They're on the go. I feel them being very enterprising, very industrious, getting things done. Feel free to apply this to your child's moon sign or any area of their chart as well. It works. It makes sense. So I see them being very productive this week. Clarity, enlightenment, new ideas. I get clarity. I know that that's what that card says, but just clear thinking. Able to, fix things very quickly. Things come clearly and quickly to them in their thoughts. Light being illuminated from the shadows. So good stuff. Your child may be asking a lot of questions about ingenuity, questions of why, how does this work? Why does this happen? How do I stop this? Very problem-solving, oriented, solution-oriented questions this week. Probing, wanting to know more. And because earth signs are a little bit more practical, This just tells me that they are maturing. They are maturing in their element, whatever age. It's like a practical maturity that's coming upon them, in a sense of depth as well. The solution, they have the smile card in reverse, which I don't know why. I think of, especially Capricorns, maybe all the earth signs, I think of them as more like serious. So smiling, although they do smile, they're about, you know, getting things done and things being done the proper way. But it says simply smile and notice the profound and healing difference it makes. I wouldn't say that they're not smiling. I almost get like I'm too focused to smile. Like there's something that has just consumed their mind all week that they don't want to be focused too much on being lighthearted. That's what I'm getting, a strong message for their solution. They just, I want to work, mommy, I want to get it done. And you may hear them say that, like, no, mommy, I'm not done yet, or I want to finish this first. So, or you may say that as, you know, an earth sign yourself. It says, I am standing for truth. I am committed to standing firm in my beliefs, and I will not conform to the norm or to peer pressure. I will never be inconsiderate or disrespectful towards others while expressing my beliefs. Only I can define who I am. I am open-minded, sincere, and honest to the sun and back. I will become a role model for others by emanating truth. Something struck a nerve, and I feel like you were putting some boundaries down or just solidifying your position with a particular area. As, you know, and this is pertaining to parents of earth children. I just think this is social. In some kind of social construct, you have decided upon yourself that you are functioning with a greater and a higher level of integrity. You've experienced something, you saw something, you witnessed something, but it's like it's coming from deep within, that something provoked you to say, I'm going to draw a fine line here. And this is from this point forward where I will stand. And this is how I will conduct myself in this manner as it pertains to fill in the blank. Okay? Good job. Kudos to you. So this is what's happening for our earth signs for this week, Saturday to next Saturday, which is July 13th through the 20th. Blessings to you all. Let's move on to our fire signs, which is our cardinal Aries, our fixed Leos, and our mutable Sagittarius. What is the energy? I am like afraid to flip over the cards. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. Oh, sweet Jesus. Finances. Open your third eye. Okay. They have the bronze card, strengthening your body. Let me take a moment before I speak too prematurely on this. I see strength, I see fortifying your health, I see diet, I see food, exercise, seeing the importance of taking care of the body. I also see a greater awareness of their body in a healthy way. If they're a toddler, you may see them like, oh, you know, or even younger still, you may see them say like, I have a tummy, or this is my nose, but it's an awareness, a strengthening awareness of the body and the role their body plays in their natural existence in this particular realm. But I almost see like immunity, I see health, I see the desire to focus on health for longevity purposes. So that's encouraging. Exchanging gifts in reverse. So what are you not accepting? What is your child not accepting? Maybe taking on too much, not being able to bear the load. Like this in the upright, it's an even exchange of gifts. You can take what you're giving, vice versa. In the reverse, it could be taking on too much or not willing to accept something. Yes, there's some kind of obviously imbalance. Oh my gosh. So you may find that your child is not accepting gifts, or it's an uneven exchange. I'm feeling like a resistance to accepting something, not giving. I really feel like a resistance, like a boundary. Like I am not giving, I'm not receiving what you say, or I'm not taking that in. It's like it's something that's stopped, a line, a barrier, and a boundary. It could also mean that they're taking on too much, possibly. So I'm not going to rule that out for some of you, the children out there. Either there's a firm boundary or there's a need to learn an established boundary, but for whatever reason, it's a strong sense of, no, I'm not taking any more. No more boundary. No, I'm not giving. I'm not receiving the BS. It's a firm line where it's not an exchange anymore. So I'm getting resistance. There's not a flow. Doesn't necessarily mean, it can, depending on the age, mean finances, that's what's changing. Before, from a child's perspective, something is not flowing. And this is child induced. I'm trying to make sure that there isn't circumstantial. I don't feel that this is a hindrance externally. This is internal boundary. This is an internal stop of flow, because they want to take some time to, and it's funny that just as I was thinking that, I looked to the other card. They want to take some time to reestablish some things, some healthy boundaries for themselves. And it's so funny because the solution is to open your third eye. It's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. So you may find that your child is just cutting some stuff off this week, cutting people out or withdrawing based on the week that they had last week. Perhaps doesn't all apply. This is a very general, broad reading for our children, but it's almost like they're going deeper, or to simplify terms, it's an awareness. It's an increased or improved awareness of something within themselves. And therefore, they are taking some time this week to explore that and to grow in depth in that area. So I hope that helps. Now, for parents of our fire signs, you are being intuitive this week. You're trusting your instincts. You're seeing beyond what you see. And it says, today I am committed to following my gut. I will take 30 minutes today to sit in peace and silence and listen to what my heart has to say. I will not overthink my decision, but trust my instinct. Yes, I know what is best for me and try to always do what is best for those who surround me. My intuition is as trustworthy and reliable as I am. When I said yes, I felt a financial decision upon you. So I feel like there is a financial choice or opportunity that's coming your way, and it requires you to really take some time out of your day and your life to consider, is this for me or is this not for me? And how it's going to impact the, whatever, the outcomes for your family. So I really just feel like there's a financial decision coming parents' way, parents of fire children, and you're just being asked to take a moment. It's not being asked, you're just prompted. Like, this seems too good to be true. It feels good, it feels right, but it also seems too good to be true. So I'm going to take a minute and just ponder this for a little bit. Because your intuition is telling you before you say yes, and it is Mercury retrograde still in Cancer, let me take a moment to just take my time with this decision. So I hope that blessed you guys. Please, please, please let me know what you think in the comments, how this resonates with you guys. I feel it as, truth. Like, I feel it as coming out naturally, but I can't tell how this is affecting you because I'm just one person giving an interpretation for cards. So that, again, was for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Enjoy your week, you guys. So let's move on to our water signs. That includes our cardinal Cancer, our fixed Scorpio. I always have to think because Aquarius, I confuse it all the time and I know it's a fixed sign. Scorpio and our mutable Pisces. What do we have in store for them? Yay, they are coming out of something. Yep, healing coming out. Family changes, which is a good thing, aside of the negative. And they had purification, I think, last time. So, and somebody is not kind. Somebody is speaking their truth. Give me a second. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, you got the black card in reverse. It says, find richness from the dark night. Now, the beautiful thing is, whatever darkness our little water signs may have experienced from the week before, they are coming out of this. They feel safe now, where you may find them having more energy. They may be more talkative. They may be more creative and expressive in themselves, but it's like they have recharged their battery. And if you are a Cancer, or any water sign, really, Cancers are empathic. And all of the water signs have an ability to take on a lot. But I don't know, Cancer just came to mind because Cancers are very giving. And I have a Cancer ascendant, so that's why, I don't know. But anyway, you may feel more recharged this week to be able to come out. You have mending in reverse, so thank God this is not a time where children are having something fixed, mended. The mending is done, the mending is over, the mending is healed, or the mending is done and whatever is mended is in the process of healing on its own. So they are able to have a renewed sense of strength and energy and vibrancy to continue and do what they were doing before this transition happened. There are some family changes going on. It appears to be positive. This could be pregnancy. So a reaction to news possibly for some of you, a possible pregnancy. You see that there are two, there's an addition that comes to mind. Some communication about something, but it doesn't feel like whatever family changes are happening are making the child feel depressed. It could be there's a separation in the home. There could be a change of schedule, a change of pace. There could be some kind of structural, like change in order of doing something. There could be a change in the atmosphere, change in attitudes, or not personalities, but just the overall atmosphere and the environment. But there is some sense of a family change. And therefore, with that, I don't see it affecting them in a way that causes heaviness. It may be like, oh, okay, where's my toys? Or something like that. But I don't feel it, even if it is heavy, I don't feel them grasping the impact of it right now. But I feel that there is some kind of significant, notable family change happening that will be announced to them. It could be, somebody's coming to visit. It could be in addition to the family living with them temporarily. Purification in reverse. By purifying your life of negative people, places, and experiences, you attain true peace. So they're in a place of bliss and equilibrium and emotional stability, which is so important for our water signs. So kudos to them. I'm excited. They deserve it, especially from the week they had before. For parents of our water signs, it says, I am kind. This is in reverse. It says, today I will go out of my way to spread kindness in the workplace, in the grocery store, at home with family, or with friends. My kindness towards others can have a positive effect on someone's day, or even their life. I will not shy away from my true nature. I will reach out and make a difference as I would want others to do for me. I have a kind heart. You have a kind heart, but this week, for some reason, your energy is reserved. You don't feel like being kind this week. And to some extent, this is justifiable. I see boundaries. I see self-protection. I see you protecting yourself. I see you honoring yourself. I see boundaries. I see all those things that pertain to putting yourself first, a level of, this implies self-care, self-respect. You're being kind as it is required. But you this week are not going out of your way to, just give to everybody. And, depending on the week that you had before, this may be prompted by that, but you are limiting what you are giving out this week because you are wanting to reserve a level of kindness for yourself, and rightfully so. So I hope that blesses you. This was for our water signs. I know this is going a little long, but it's purposeful because there is a lot to share, especially, in my opinion, with the heavy week that we had before. So that was for our cardinal Cancer, our, our Scorpios, who are fixed signs, and our mutable Pisces. Moving on to our air signs, which is our cardinal Libras, our fixed Aquarians, and our mutable Gemini. Sometimes I like to affectionately refer to them as our troublemakers. Which they may be having some fun because Mercury is in retrograde. Maybe a little bit, taking advantage of it. Maybe boundaries is interesting. Maybe boundaries is the theme for this week. And that's funny because I think peer pressure applied to somebody last week, but I can't remember. Establishing boundaries for our earth signs. I see thriving. I see that they are hitting the ground running, like no pun intended, with boundaries. Like they're going into it like, I already got my boundaries. I'm practicing them this week. And you see like this plant just shooting up from the ground. Like, nope, this is my territory. I'm growing in it. So kudos to them. I feel like a very strong, responsive energy in them, knowing what their boundaries are and just walking in them this week. So awesome. Nothing to learn. They don't have to establish the boundaries. I feel them just, and they know what they are and they're walking forth in that. With air signs, it can be difficult because, you know, they can get tossed and fro. So they have the blessed card in reverse. I don't see it that they're not blessed. Before I read the book, I'm just saying something hasn't manifested yet. Something that they're waiting for has not come into fruition and manifestation. 22. Yeah, when I look at this, it's essentially the same thing. It's saying humility is called now as grace is unearned. You know, you can no longer do what you did. So like I said, there's this prompting that something hasn't manifested yet. It's almost like in order for it to manifest, some change has to happen in order to get that ball rolling. So I think if there was a lesson here, you know, there's some work that needs to be done, or boundaries are established. There's some work that needs to be worked on in order for there to be a manifestation of the blessing. And this is a process to get there. Yes, here's what happened. Okay. So there is a starting over. In some kind of instance, there could have been some peer pressure, there could have been some bullies, there could have been some kind of external thing that caused your child to be influenced by someone else's behaviors or prompting or something of that nature. So they've learned, they've established their own boundaries. They said, this is me. Now they're having to, maybe they lost friends, whatever the case may be, but they're having to start over. Some kind of like isolation, or, you know, they're with themselves and they have to walk this thing out on their own, whatever it is. With that being said, they're given this encouraging transition. This is what's changing, is you are stronger than you know. So it's like whatever it is, they have the power within themselves to overcome this. They have the boundaries, they have the foundation, they have a clean slate. Now they have what they need in their arsenal to get this thing going and, you know, to get the desired end. They're not affected by peer pressure, thank goodness, that they're isolated away from that. So this is going to help them. They have resisted it. They've gotten away from the people who were a problem or a negative influence. They've been removed from that. It says, don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. And so kudos. This is not a factor. I don't feel that this is, I don't feel that peer pressure is here. This is, in the upright, it says that there's a presence of peer pressure. This isn't saying that they are unable to resist peer pressure. This is not a factor anymore. And it seems like you are growing in some strength as well. You have the I am me card. Today, I am committed to being the amazing and extraordinary me. I will stay true to who I am and what I stand for. There is only one me, and she or he is awesome. I am enough. To be someone I am not is to waste who I am. Absolutely. So you were standing firm in who you are. There's some boundaries being set there for you. So I hope that blessed you. I just really feel an establishment of boundaries for everybody this week. Whatever heaviness or, you know, withdrawing we've all had last week, everybody's coming into this, okay, I've learned what I need to. Now I have some boundaries and I'm not letting that happen again. So May that be a blessing to you as parents, to your children, and to yourself as being someone's child. Thank you so much for watching. I love what you guys would have to say in the comments, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Goodbye.